Welcome back, Living Environment. Today we're going to continue with the unit from last week. All right, so go ahead, open up the agenda and just look it over. All right, we're going to continue. So to open up your guided notes, put your first and last name on the top, put today's date, and put the period you have living environment. All right, so today's aim is what are energy pyramids, or what is an energy pyramid. It means the same thing. All right. For the do now, you're going to answer the do now in the guided notes. Okay. Um, do now is you're going to respond to what are variation. Excuse me. Check that. Why are variations important to a species? All right. So you're going to answer that question in your guided notes. If you're having a difficult time recalling what variations are, reference your classwork from last week. All right. So press pause on this video now and answer the do now question. Okay. So for the do now question, if you had something along the line of variations help an organisms to survive, you are correct. All right. You could have also extended it and defined variations. You could have said variations are differences in an organism, right? So variations, we could also add that, are differences in an organism. All right. All right. So that was the do. That was the do. Now let's continue with today's lesson. All right. So we're gonna focus on energy pyramids today. Pretty straightforward. We're just gonna point out a couple characteristics of energy pyramids, and I guess you know pretty much how to read them. All right, because you do need to know how to read them. All right, so let's let's copy down the definition of an energy pyramid first. All right, so underneath the do now, all right, you have definition of an energy pyramid. All right, so I want you to type an energy pyramid. All right, an energy pyramid equals a model of energy flow in an ecosystem. All right, so that's the definition. That is what you are writing in your guided notes. All right, so also going to write down what's underlined only. All right, but levels in an energy pyramid are separated by an organism niche. All right, so a niche, you're going to have to write that down too. A niche is defined as an organism's role in the environment. All right, so we have two new vocab words: energy pyramid and niche. If you need more time, press pause and finish those definitions. All right, so finally, let's take a look at how energy in an ecosystem works. All right, so when an organism consumes food, the organism obtains some of the energy stored in the food. All right. In term one, we spoke about digestion. We spoke about when food is broken down, chemical bonds are broken down. All right, and when you break a chemical bond, you are releasing energy, and that's where animals or consumers get their energy. All right, so each step in a food chain is called a trophic level. All right, so you're going to copy that down. The relative amounts of energy gained by the different organisms can be organized in a energy pyramid. So that's what you are writing over here. All right. So energy pyramid in the second line, and in the first line up here, you should have trophic level. All right. So let's take a look at exactly how to read the flow of energy in an energy pyramid. All right. So energy pyramid looks like in a 3D model, it looks like this. All right, so the bottom of the pyramid contains producers. So you're writing producers over here. And producers have the most energy available to the animals that eat them. Each level up, so as you move up from the producers or as you move up from the bottom, each level has consumers that will have lower amounts of energy available. So you are writing that down over here. All right, and then each step only has 10% of the energy from the previous trophic level. All right, so at the first level, at the first trophic level on the bottom, producers are going to have, in essence, 100% of the energy. The energy flow goes from top to bottom. So as you move to the second level, you're going to have the first level of consumers. All right. They will have 10% of the energy from the previous. All right. So they're going to only have 10% of the energy from the first level, the primary producers. And then as you move up to the second level of the consumers, all right, which is the third level, third trophic level, they are going to only have 1% of the energy from the first level of consumers. All right. All right. So let's move on. All right. So you probably should be asking, or you probably are asking yourself, why is energy being lost? All right. So what happens to the energy as we move up the trophic levels? All right. To go from 100% to a 10%, that's a significant amount of energy, right? To be lost. All right. And the reason why is because energy is lost or used as it flows through the trophic levels of an organism. All right. It's lost to the environment or it's used by the organisms. All right. So you're writing that in the line over here. And remember, at any time, if I'm going too fast or if you need more time, press pause on the video, type in your guided notes, and continue. All right, and examples of where this energy goes to, all right, organisms use energy for finding food, all right, avoiding predators, all right, running away from being eaten, and reproducing. All requires energy. All right, so I would like each and every one of you to think to yourself, just a brainstorm. All right, think about the question of why are producers found in the largest level of the energy pyramid. All right, so why are producers, which are the first level on the bottom, why are producers found in the largest level of the energy pyramid? Think about of what a producer might be or consist of. All right, take a few seconds to think about that. All right, and if you said something along the lines of producers use the least amount of energy, therefore an ecosystem can support many producers, you are correct. All right, they're found at the bottom or at the first level because they use the least amount of energy. Therefore, they can support or give their energy to other um, organisms. All right. So I want you to write that down accordingly or respectively in the guided notes. All right, ladies and gentlemen. That really concludes today's lesson. You have region questions, all right, in your guided notes. So go ahead, complete the region questions, all right. And then you have a summary for today's lesson, which looks like this, all right. For the summary, you have an option. You're going to choose from option A or B, all right. Option A, you're going to unscramble the sentence below, or you have option B. You're going to create a sentence using the phrases below, all right. So I want you to, if you choose option B, you're going to create a sentence that makes sense using the words consumers and while. Okay, like I said, that concludes today's lesson. Very short, straightforward lesson. I know most of you learned about energy pyramids in junior high school. All right, so this was probably just a review. All right, I am also going to post a brain pop video that you can watch before you complete your region questions. All right, so once you're finished with everything, once you have all your notes filled in, notes copied down in the guided notes, region questions all completed, and the summary completed, go ahead and click the turn-in button. Okay. All right, guys. Until next time, be well, and I'll see you guys. Hopefully, I will see you guys soon. And all right, have a good day.